This is Andi Purewal for Boxing News. I'm joined by former world champion Johnny Nelson here in Liverpool. Johnny, I promise you we will keep this quick. Just seen Natasha Jonas retain her IBF crown there. What did you make of that performance and her victory?
I thought it was close. I thought it was tight. I thought Natasha, we saw the 39-year-old Natasha in round 8, 9 and 10. And Mikaela was coming back strong. I think it was a class night, class fight. Natasha did the right thing in starting off fast. That was the best thing she did. If she didn't, she'd have lost that fight. It was close enough. So you saw the skill of a 39-year-old Natasha Jonas, and it was enough, just enough. I knew it would be a close fight. I knew it would be tight. I actually thought on one bit, it's going to be a draw, this, because... But the fight it fired off from round 5 onward. It really fired off. What a class fight! I'm telling you now, by the end of the year, that will be one of the UK fights of the year.
Natasha said this is potentially the last year for her in professional boxing. With that in mind, what would you like to see next for her? Mikaela Mayer rematch, or does she go elsewhere?
Well, I would love to see that again, but in reality, she's got to do what's best for her. And would I do it again? No, I wouldn't do it again. I'd like to see it, but if I was the camp saying, no, you don't need that. Let's look at other lucrative fights, because listen, this is your last year. You've got to make the most out of it. For Mikaela Mayer, let's not just miss. She put on an amazing performance, and you know what? If there's said Mikaela, I wouldn't have argued. Like I'm not arguing if they said Natasha. I thought Mikaela has proved that she's a world-class fighter. Unfortunately, she got pipped at the post tonight by somebody that had everything that was needed.
Chelli, Cullen too, Johnny. Chelli coming back with a victory on the back of that Mark Jeffers defeat.
Yeah, you saw 2 fighters. I'm a fan of Chelli, and I love his journey. I love what he's done. I think we've seen his level. That's his level. I think above that, you need a bit more variety to your boxing ability, and I didn't see that in the fight against Cullen. So I saw two domestic fighters. So getting the Commonwealth is a plus, but in reality, I think you come up against somebody else that's got a little bit more about them, then you've got a problem.
Mark Jeffers impressed tonight. Would you be interested in seeing a rematch between him and Chelli now the British and Commonwealth titles could be on the line?
Callum Johnson was here as well, so Callum wants to get involved in the mix, and he's the mandatory. Callum Simpson was here as well, and he wants to get involved in the mix, and he's down as a mandatory. I think that's the fight. And I said to Callum, you know what? You've got too much variety for both these fighters. This before the fight started. And I think when we saw the fight, Callum was like licking his lips. And listen, these guys have got the experience on him, but when it comes to skill, not got the skill on him.
Can I ask you about your division, Johnny? Billam-Smith and Riakporhe seems to be agreed now. You're 4-2 when that one comes around, rematch.
What changes? I think Billam-Smith is now a more confident fighter. I think because so he's going to grow in self-belief. For Richard Riakporhe cannot go in there complacent, thinking I've done him before, I'll do him again. Because if he doesn't get thrown on it, he needs to go in with that same professional mentality to get the job done.
What are your thoughts on Teofimo Lopez calling out Terence Crawford? Would you be interested in Teofimo Lopez, Terence Crawford?
Yeah, of course I would. Cool. Why not? Why wouldn't I be? You know, now you're getting. Now we're getting names fighting names. We don't want the dream fights. We want the real fights. That's what I want to get involved in. So of course I would. I'd be interested. Final
one from me, Johnny. Turki Al-Sheikh, the man who's making everything happen out in Saudi Arabia, said he still thinks Joshua Wilder could be possible if Wilder comes back. Interesting.
I do too. I think it's probably, if there's ever a chance of it happening, now's the chance of it happening. Unfortunately, you know, you're thinking, was it enough? Was that him done? Or was it enough night for him? So that's the gamble. But as soon as the fight was done, I thought that fight will probably happen pretty soon now. If not in the next, the fight after that.
Johnny, I appreciate your time. I'm sure you won't enjoy my company much longer because of Q's form behind me. But thank you as always.
Bless, brother, anytime.